What are you doing?
Dude, I've got to get ready for this.
Huh?
This is called, this is Tasting 2.0.
Tasting 2.0.
I guess
Right.
It's all about this whole.
So do you have the virus? Because that mask isn't going to help you, right? It's going to help me.
It helps you.
It helps me.
You know,
What in the world?
yeah, I got to get out of this stuff.
You need a straw.
No, I need my wife makes these. She's a great sewer, little quilter person. She is, but I told her these need to be modified. They need a hose that comes out from the sides over here so I can drop it in my glass. She said, "You don't understand. That defeats the purpose." I was like, it doesn't.
No, so the mask is to keep me safe. It's not to keep you safe.
Keeps you safe.
Right?
But I guess. But again, I think, you got to drink higher proof stuff to burn off the germs. I don't know.
We're going to share a little bit of something with you today. I want to talk about the Duke. John Wayne Bourbon, if you can imagine that.
Yeah.
This bourbon, original recipe, 1962. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 44% alcohol content.
Nice 88 proof. It's wonderful.
And it says here, hand-selected, barrel-aged for a minimum of 5 years in the great state of Kentucky.
Right.
Bottled in 1981 from an original recipe in 1962.
Right.
Charles, what can you tell us about that bourbon?
I've done some tasting here of this. This is Duke, right? We did that tasting event over at our friends at 73 in Maine sometime late last year, and this was part of a blind tasting that we did. And nobody ever heard of it. In fact, I just had selected it to use it for the tasting. And out of the blind tasting, it beat out some other quite well-known things. And everybody was very surprised in it. And so haven't been back to this in quite a while. It's Troy. I thought,
John Wayne.
The Duke. And it's very nice. It's
So I have one with a different label on it.
Right.
So they've changed the label.
Right.
I wouldn't buy it because it's a John Wayne bourbon, but I'm guessing maybe somebody would.
Right. I would have never picked it. In fact, many of us at the tasting, when I had it setting up there, we all kind of thought that possibly, with the Duke, the old John Wayne image on there and everything was kind of gimmicky, right? It was just it was a marketing deal. And so when we got to the end of the tasting thing, it was quite, most everybody said, yeah, if I walked by that in the store, I probably wouldn't have picked it up just because, not that I'm not everybody's a John Wayne fan. If you're not, you're un-American. But you know what I mean? But now they've changed the label and it's to this style now, a very classy look and the price point, I think this is, I want to say it's a $39 range. So it's
yeah. So original recipe, 1968, right? Some truth in label.
Right.
Right? A 44%, so 88 proof.
88 proof.
Right? So if we get down here, barreled aged at a minimum of 5 years.
Right.
In the great state of Kentucky.
Right.
Bottled in 2018, original recipe 1962, which is different from well, hang on a sec, that might be a 2.
62.
And it is 2.
Yeah.
So original recipe 1962. Interesting.
So this is actually an OZ Taylor thing. It's a sourced deal. We kind of know all of that. They don't really give you that where it's coming from. Standard bourbon recipe. I mean, it's about as standardized from the taste and everything as you get. But they are contracted. Duke contracts this under their name, and it's got some kind of licensing thing, I'm sure, with the Duke family, right? The John Wayne's family. So, but again, first time, well, we poured it, and I said, well, I'm gonna buy a bottle of this to put in my cabinet, and I did, and it's just enjoying. I enjoyed it when I first brought it home, and I'm sure that, I mean, it's just classic bourbon on the nose, right? Standard.
So oaks, vanillas,
Yeah.
caramels.
You'll pick up, just to me, I pick up just a slight, there's a hint of cinnamon in this.
So there's some pretty thick legs here,
It's a very
thicker than normal.
and
right?
I enjoy, like I do tend to, my palate does tend to go more to the sweeter. So I mean, I do enjoy this. This kind of goes a little bit more to the sweeter side on the bourbons. But it also has, what I really like about this particular one is it has that sweetness, but it has that little bit of peppery to it that gives you, that little bit of rye there. .88 proof. It's not hot at all. You get that first sip and
51% corn.
well, at least.
So it almost reminds me of a benchmark.
Well, I think it goes that way, but I think this to me has just a tad more body to it than a benchmark. It seems to hang. The finish hangs around a little bit longer.
The peppery finish.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do we have any stories today?
Gosh, dude.
None.
The story that I have today. Yes, I do have a story.
Let's hear
We
it.
have a story.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Tell the story.
So, sitting at my place, right? You're sitting at my place 2 months ago.
Yes.
2 months ago, sitting in my office. Troy says, hey, I think we should do a trip. Family trip, get out of town, relax a little bit. I said, what you got?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
What you got?
I know where you're
Right?
going with
What
this.
you got? And he said, yeah, it's a great place. We've been there before. Perdido Key.
Perdido Key.
Perdido Key.
Yep. Our friend Seth down there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Big Escambia.
Biggest Gambia, and we had it all planned out, folks. The RV site was booked. The condo right beside it was booked. And we were right on the waterfront. Everything set to go. And what happened? A global pandemic hits.
Well, so I reached out to a group, a bourbon group down there,
Yep.
Pensacola
Yes.
Bourbon Group.
Bourbon Society, yes.
Yeah, and so they didn't get back to us, but truth be known, I didn't reach back out and push hard enough. So I think that guy's name was Ben, if I remember right.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So I'll be reaching back out to them. So anytime that we travel, we like to find other people
We do.
that enjoy the same spirits that we do, and maybe have a different palate. Because again, not everyone has the same palate. Not everyone's going to enjoy this bottle.
Yep.
But some people will, some people won't. It's all based on your palate. And if we're traveling and you see on social media that we're out and about, please reach out to us, and we may stop in and have a pour with you.
Absolutely. Love it. And we'll drag out the phones or cameras, and it's about sharing the stories. It's about meeting new people, cool people in the bourbon lifestyle. And yes,
Damn it. We should be on a beach in Perdido Key right now.
Beach, yes. Yes.
Right now, we would be there.
Yes.
6:17.
Safe to say that we would have probably, there might have been a bottle kill at this point in the day.
Well, no. We
Because we don't
bourbon.
have to drive.
Right. No, but we got to be responsible.
Yeah.
Right. So to the bourbon lifestyle, if you're out and about, pick you up a bottle of Duke. I would suggest it.
Yes.
And if you see us on social media, please reach out. We'd love to have a pour with you.
Yes.
To the bourbon lifestyle.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers. That's just a good pour, right? No water, no ice.
And it has enough pepper to keep you interested.
And it does.
Okay.
Right?